Hi friends, I am Indrajit Jain. Today we will solve the numerical on column of I section ISHB 400. We have to calculate design strength of this particular section. So we will read the numerical. A 6-meter long column is effectively held in position at both ends and restrained against rotation at one end. If an ISHB 400 at the rate 77.4 kg per meter is used, calculate the design compressive strength of the column. Now for solving this numerical, the given data which we have, the actual length of column L is given 6 meter. The L is given 6 meter long. Then second condition, end condition. Now for end condition it is given that effectively held in position at both end. Effectively held in position at both end and the restraint against rotation at one end. Effectively held in position at both end means translation is not allowed and the rotation is allowed at one end means what? At one end there is a fixed where the translation and rotation is restrained and restrained against rotation at one end means one end where the rotation is also restrained in addition to translation, whereas other end where only translation is restrained and rotation is permitted. So like this is a case of one end is fixed, other end is hinged. Based on this data, we will calculate the effective length of the given section from table number 11, page number 44 of our IS 800. We'll go for the next. We need the property of the section, and based on the property of section we can decide whether the section is of which buckling class. So for that, deciding the buckling class, first we have to see the property of ISHB 400 at rate 77.4 kg per meter. Now this 77.4 kg per meter means it's a mass per unit length, and ISHB means Indian Standard Heavy Weighted Beam of depth 400. So here this H is depth of the beam 400, and from IS 808 1989 or steel table you will get the property of the section. So in our IS 808 1987 we got the area of this ISHB 400 at rate 77.4 kg per meter is 98.7 centimeter square. We convert this 98.7 centimeter square to the mm square by multiplying by 100. So we get 9870 mm square. Then this depth is H, which is 400. Width of the flange is given, that is 250 mm. Thickness of flange, that is 12.5 mm, 12.7 mm. The thickness of flange is 12.7 mm. The radius of gyration about x-axis and y-y axis, this radius of gyration about x-axis and y-y axis is given, that is 16.9 centimeter about x-axis and about y-axis 5.26 centimeter, which is 52.6 mm. Now this x-axis which is given in your IS 808, which is now defined as ZZ axis in IS 800 2007, and this is your y axis. Now depending upon this ratio H to width of flange, so let us check that H to width of flange, how much it is? H is 400 divided of width of flange, that is 250, is equal to, we calculate first this ratio, and second is your thickness of flange. Thickness of flange is 12.7 mm which is less than 40. If it is less than 40, about y-y axis buckling class, about y-y axis is B. And let me check about x-x axis, how much it is. 400 by 250 is 1.66, which is greater than 1.2. For this case, the buckling class about x-x axis means z-z axis is A. So this is given in table number 10, page number 44 of IS 800 2007. So from this table number 10 of IS 800, when we take this ratio H by BF, that comes 1.6 is greater than 1.2, and the buckling class for this when it is greater than 1.2 is A. About ZZ axis means XX axis. And second is thickness of flange. If it is less than 40, then about YY axis the buckling class is B. Now how will decide which one is our buckling class of the section? It is depend upon your RXX and RYY. Now since the value of RYY is less than RXX, you can see here the RXX is 169 mm and RY is 52.6 mm. So RYY is less than RXX. So the column is buckled above y-axis. The section whose radius of gyration about which axis is less, about that axis your column get buckled, and hence your buckling class about the axis YY will be B, about which it will be buckled. So let me consider your buckling class of the section is B. Now for this buckling class of section B, let me find out the step number 2. That is, after calculating the effective length, next is step 2, that is your imperfection factor. Imperfection factor alpha is equal to means you have to refer the table number 7 on page number 35. The value of alpha is 0.34 for buckling class B. So like this we can calculate the imperfection factor alpha 0.34 for buckling class B. We'll calculate now slenderness ratio. Slenderness ratio is nothing but the ratio of effective length to radius of gyration. So KL upon R, this ratio we calculate that K for both end, one end is fixed, other end is hinged. For that is 0.8 L, which is from the table number 11 of your IS 800. So 0.8 into length of the column is 6 meters. So 0.8 into 6 meter upon RYY, that is the minimum radius of gyration, because our column is buckling about the y-axis. So we'll take the radius of gyration about YY, that is 52.6. Substituting this value and we'll get, after calculating this, 91.25 is your slenderness ratio. Now referring the table number 9b, why we are referring the table number 9b, we have to calculate design compressive stress. To calculating this design compressive stress, there are two methods, by using the formulas or by using the design chart. So if we have the design chart, is the simplest way to find out the design capacity, design compressive stress. So here the design compressive stress is depends on KL by R value, then buckling class, whether the buckling class is A, B, C or D, and yield stress. So we have the yield stress, material stress is 250 Newton per mm square. Buckling class by calculation we got B, and KL by R is 91.25. So for buckling class B, the table number 9B, which is given on page number 41 of IS 800 2007, for FY 250, we have seen the value. Values are given in the interval of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and so on. So our value is 91.25, which is lying between 90 and 100. So we have taken the value of 90 is 134 and 100 is 118 for yield stress 250. And then by interpolation, we will write here for 90 we got 134 and for 100 we got 118. So now we will extend from this your stress, that is this is your 118 value and this value is your y. So here we have to FCD is equal to nothing but 118 plus y, and that 118 plus y, how will calculate y? We will take this particular triangle, we'll take this triangle, and for this triangle this height is 134 minus 118, 134 minus 118 from this. So for 134 minus 118 your length is 100 minus 90, and for this y your length is 100 minus 91.5. So y is equal to this upon this into this length. So we will calculate here y is equal to 134 minus 118 upon this height upon this length. This length is 100 minus 90 into this length. For this length, what will be the height? That is y. So 100 minus 91.5. Calculating this will get a value of FCD. 131.6 MPa is the value of FCD. And once you get the value of this FCD, and last step is you have to calculate design compressive stress. Design compressive strength, and that is PD is equal to AE into FCD, which is equals to the value of PD, the value of area is 9870 for IS HB. So 9870 into the stress is 1131.6 and you will get the value is that is 1298.89 kilonewton. So like this we will calculate the design strength of the given section. So our collar section ISHB 400 at the rate 77.4 kg per meter with end condition, one end is fixed, other end is hinge of length 6 meter. The design compressive strength is approximately 1300 kilonewton. So like this we can find out design compressive strength of the section by using design graph. Now we have seen how to find out the design compressive strength by using design chart. If we are not having the design chart, then we have the formulae. By using the standard formulas, we can also calculate FCD. We have FCD formula in our IS code, that is Fy upon gamma m naught upon phi plus in bracket phi square minus lambda square bracket complete to the power 0.5. Then here phi and alpha is unknown, then phi is calculated by this formula and lambda is calculated by this formula. Now this numerical will remain same while calculating this non-dimensional, while calculating the value of FCD, that you have to calculate KL, that based on your end condition one fixed other end, KL is equal to 0.8 L. Then you have to find out the properties of section and also you have to find out the buckling class and alpha also. So this step remains same, only the last 3 steps are changed. That is, we will calculate lambda E using this formula, and that lambda E is equal to, we know that Fy is equal to 250 into the value of KL is 0.8 into length is 6000 divided by this R is the R minimum because our column is going to buckle about YY axis. So RYY will be here R, that is 52.6 upon pi square. The value of Young's modulus for steel is 2 into 10 raised to the power 5. Solving this equation, we get the value of lambda is 1.03. Now next we have to find out this. Lambda is known to us and alpha is also known to us. So alpha is 0.34 and lambda is 1.03. Substituting this equation of phi, that is factor is equal to 0.5 in bracket 1 minus alpha plus lambda minus 0.2 plus lambda square. 0.5 in bracket 1 plus alpha value is 0.34 for buckling class B. Alpha lambda is equal to 1.03 minus 0.2 plus lambda is 1.03 its square. Solving this, we will get the value of phi is equal to 1.172. Now, next step is design compressive stress, and this is the formula FCD is equal to that Fy upon gamma m naught upon phi square, upon phi in bracket phi square minus lambda square whole bracket to the power 0.5. So in this formula we will substitute all the values because all is known to us. 250 is known to us, yield stress of the steel. Gamma m naught is 1.1 for material of steel. Then phi, which we have calculated, 1.172 plus in bracket phi is 1.172 its square minus lambda, which is calculated 1.03 its square to the power 0.5, and we'll get the value of FCD by calculating all this one. We'll get the value of FCD is equal to 131.35 MPa. And once we get the value of that FCD is 131.35 MPa, then we can find out design compressive strength. And here design compressive strength is the product of area into stress. Area is 9870 mm square. So I put here 9870 into FCD is 131.35. Calculating this one, 131.35 into 9870, you get the answer is 1296.4 kilonewton. So it is approximately same, that is 1300 kilonewton. So the value will be slightly changed, but it is approximately same. In previous calculation also we got it is 1299 and now we got 1296. So both are very close to 1300. So design compressive strength of the given ISHB 400 at the rate 77.5 kg per meter, which is 6 meter long and one end is fixed, other end is hinge, is 1300 kilonewton. So we can solve this numerical by using design charts or by using the standard formula.